We're asking, is Eubank simply the best? If he is, he simply has to prove he's saving the best till last in his career, and this is where we start to find out tonight. Eubank against Bruno Godoy, commentary from Glenn McCrory and Ian Darke after our Master of Ceremonies, Alan Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome into the ring for this international super middleweight contest from Argentina, Bruno Godoy.
About him winning in that round. Bruno Godoy, Eubank's opponent tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome into the action the unbelievable, unpredictable, former WBO super middleweight champion of the world, still simply the best, Eubank.
Well, we'll see if he is, won't we? Eubank's first appearance since his Mill Street Blues in County Cork against Steve Collins. The unbeaten Chris Eubank. Last time he made his ring entrance on a Harley-Davidson motorbike and the wheels came off. How does he respond to defeat? Is he slipping or does he bounce straight back? Self-confidence is not dented. He says we've still to see the best of him. No compromise with the ring entrance. there's no doubt about it. He still has the charisma. This is the tale of the tape. Godoy, 32, Eubank, 28. Godoy, the taller man at 6 feet. And this fight made it 12 stone 4. Eubank just inside that. Godoy a good deal later. And look at this. Very, very similar records in terms of fights, rounds, box. That's a lot for both of them. Average per fight and knockout percentage as well. A remarkable similarity. But Eubank has been mixing at a much higher level. He should have the edge in class.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to an international contest at 12 stone 4 pounds in the super middleweight division, promoted by Barry Hearn and Eastwood Promotions in association with Eubank and sponsored by Acclaim Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing can prepare you for this contest over 10 3-minute rounds of boxing. Your British Boxing Board of Control stewards in charge, Bill Shearing and John Williamson, your timekeeper, Dale Elliott, and the man in charge of the action, Larry O'Connell of Kent. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the boxers. First, in the red corner, with the blue and the white shorts, 31 wins and 5 draws from 46 contests, 21 inside the distance, and weighing in at 12 stone and 14 ounces, comes into the ring as the former South American super middleweight champion and the reigning Argentinian super middleweight champion. Will you welcome to Belfast, Bruno Godoy. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in the blue corner with those familiar yellow shorts, with a brilliant professional record, 41 wins and 2 draws from 44 contests, 19 inside the distance, and weighed in at 12 stone 3 and a quarter pounds. He is the former undefeated WBO from Brighton. He's simply the best, Chris Eubank. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 3-minute rounds of boxing. I thank you.
Referee, London jeweller, Larry O'Connell. Eubank's face a picture of concentration. How will he respond to defeat? It's important for him here on the way back to another shot at Steve Collins, scheduled for July, that he looks good, Glenn McCrory.
It certainly is, and he needs to build his own confidence up as well, because obviously with a defeat there's a little bit of self-doubt, so he needs to get that back.
Eubank says, I'm stronger and wiser now. In future, I won't be so benevolent. I won't practice that chivalry again. No doubt referring to that 10th round against Collins when he seemed to throw his victory chance away. This is the rehabilitation fight. Godoy from Argentina, their national champion in the blue trunks. Eubank, of course, as always, in yellow. Will Eubank here want to make a statement to the boxing world? And indirectly to Steve Collins as well.
He will. I think for himself, he can't afford a bad fight. He has to have a pretty spectacular win. He needs to be good tonight.
Of course, from Godoy's point of view, this is a fantastic opportunity to gate crash the big time. That's the way he'll see it. Massive underdog, of course. Eubank looking sharp a couple of times with a right uppercut. I don't think that one really found its target. Eubank, when he gets into the ring, is always just is computing about his opponent. There seems to be a little cut on the bridge of the nose already of Godoy. That must have happened, I think, in about the first 20 seconds. It's only a nick. The usual robotic movements, almost martial arts-like from Eubank.
Because Eubank is looking very strong. I think that extra weight, the extra 3 pounds will make a difference. The jab is going in very, very solidly.
He was in this ring a year ago, that he won a very controversial fight against Ray Close. A lot of people thought maybe he'd lost that night. Personally, I thought the judges got it right. Close, by the way, at the ringside here. Oh, that's a great right uppercut from Eubank. Really sharp punch. When he is throwing the leather here, and it looks to be a crispness about his punches. Like those. Fast, too.
Yes, he looks well. And Godoy just shouted at the referee, he's not happy about something.
That cut by the nose is now a cut by the left eye as well. That does seem to be a theme of the night here. Yet another cut. Godoy quite badly cut by the left eye in round one. Eubank is throwing some really good punches, and they're already wanting to look at that. Well, are we going to have yet another stoppage on a cut? They're going to wipe this away. Larry O'Connell's having a good close look. No, he stopped it. He stopped it in the first round. And Chris Eubank is back with a victory. But not, I think, in exactly the style he would have wanted. Godoy is furious that it's being stopped. The corner is saying it was a clash of heads. Well, I don't know about that. Eubank certainly threw some very good punches as well in there. It could have been one of them that caused the damage. But that's satisfactory in a way from Eubank's point of view. He's back with the win, and now Steve Collins on July the 22nd awaits. But you wanted to see more, really, didn't you?
You did, but what we did see was good stuff. He was landing the jab very solidly. He caught him with a left hook just at the end before the break there, and it looked solid. He looked as if he was going to hurt his man, and already them punches really had a good effect because he was cutting him to bits.
Well, it's been amazing tonight. How many fights have ended on stoppages because of cut eyes? Nearly every fight on the bill so far. Well, I wonder what Eubank thought of all that. He certainly looked as if he was going to produce one of his best performances, but we'll never know. Now then, let's have a look and see if we can unravel what exactly happened. He was cut on the bridge of the nose, and then it was an eye cut.
There could well have been a clash of heads there, I think, with the forehead of Eubank. He just got in close there with the uppercut, and the heads did seem to come together, so maybe another clash of heads.
Of course, this will be just an authentic victory for Eubank. There's no question here of this being declared a no decision or anything. It's not a championship fight. Eubank has the victory. Ronnie Davis there, the former Southern Area champion, working the corner. And it's one of Eubank's quickest ever wins. Only his third stoppage in the last 4 years. The others against John Jarvis. And the victory he had against Story inside 7 rounds in Cardiff at the beginning of this so-called World Tour. That was a bit of a pity, really, wasn't it?
It was. I would like to have seen a fair bit more of that, but he did look good. He looked strong. He looked very sharp. So what can we say? He is back.
Now then, let's have another look at this again, Ben.
He throws a long right hand to the body, and then just a short right hand. There the heads clash.
Yeah, it was a clash of heads, wasn't it?
You see Godoy just wiping the blood away straight away. He felt it. But he looked sharp, Eubank. A long straight right hand to the body, turns it into an uppercut. And I wouldn't be surprised if Godoy actually came forward onto his head, because Eubank was already there.
I think one thing we should say is no blame attaches there, I don't think, to Eubank at all. That wasn't a butt or anything.
Certainly not. There was nothing intentional there at all.
Well, he showed some sharp work, but I suppose a bit inconclusive, really, when we only have a couple of minutes of action. Eubank takes his record to 42 wins against 1 defeat, and those 2 draws against Ray Close and Nigel Benn. We'll try to grab a word with him in a minute to see what he made of it all.
And ladies and gentlemen, in 2 minutes 45 seconds of round one, referee Larry O'Connell has stopped the contest. Bruno Godoy has sustained a cut left eye. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Eubank is the winner.
Well, half-hearted applause, and I think mainly that's because the King's Hall crowd just wanted a bit more for their money than that. You can't blame them.
Ladies and gentlemen, your sympathetic appreciation, please, for the loser, Bruno Godoy.
He once had a 22nd win against Reginaldo dos Santos. That was in his last non-title fight 5 years ago. He's done it again with a first-round win. It's his third first-round finish in 44 fights. This is the 45th, in fact. Now then, Chris Eubank is down there ready to talk to Barry McGuigan.
Chris, that must be inadequate preparation for a world title fight.
I beg your pardon?
I said that's got to be an inadequate preparation for a world title fight.
Listen, I didn't really go anywhere. The last time I fought, I wasn't right, okay? I mean, I'm just putting the fights out as I usually do. I'm not preparing for a world title fight. This is what I do. I fight world title fights. This is the first 10-rounder I've had in about 24 fights. I make it my business to fight for championship fights. So to say that it was an inadequate fight, that's not right. I wasn't right for Collins, and I will be right next time. So
let me say something positive about you. You were very sharp tonight, and that right hand was particularly sharp. But if we want to have a look at what actually caused the cuts here, we are nearly sure it was a clash of heads. Talk us through this, Chris.
I don't know what to tell you, really. Basically, you keep your head down. If it does, but that didn't seem to be a clash of heads to me. Who knows? That's the fight business. That's life. That's how the cookie crumbles.
There was a fantastic uppercut here when you get inside. But again, it was the clash of heads that seemed to cause the cut.
Barry, if I can just say in my defence, I didn't see any clash of heads.
Well, we may see it from a different angle at a later stage, but that was you were certainly purposeful, and you looked very sharp with the right hand.
Well, it's as I was saying earlier, you see, I've had time to reevaluate my situation. I was champion for 4.5 years. In that time, I endured the storms, the gales of criticism from the press. That in itself is a great pressure to deal with. I had time to rest from the loss, and now I see clearly now. And you know, on the 22nd of July, when Collins gets back into the ring with me, so long as he doesn't use any cheating tactics as he did last.
So what are you going to do different this time, Chris?
You see, it's not what I'm going to do different. It's that I will have prepared correctly. I didn't prepare correctly because because of things I don't want to detract from what he did, even though it wasn't fair. In fact, it was deplorable in that he lacked the willingness to fight fairly and squarely. He cheated. He went to see a hypnotist. That's cheating, Steve Collins. And anyone who used hypnotism, that's cheating. That's not beating me or any fighter fairly and squarely. And all
but he has since said, Chris,
can I just say? And all the gorging and tripping, I mean, you should save such things for the school playground. That's not fighting. If you want to beat me fairly and squarely. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still the champion. You didn't beat me. And your countrymen, or your compatriots in Steve Collins, I can't seriously see how they can call you a worthy champion. You take it properly, if you want to take it at all.
What about the reception here tonight from the Belfast audience? They loved you.
Thank you very much.
Be polite. Well, let me tell you, so you're back with a vengeance, Chris.
I didn't leave anywhere. I didn't leave. I was earning money. I went in and I fought for money. The tactics he used, which were very ungainly, the hypnotism, it spooked me. Not fair tactics. But I was fighting for money. I take it on the chin. I've got a loss on my record, but that loss, let me tell you, I wouldn't change it for the world. That loss is very good because it makes me a wiser, a stronger, a more responsible person. Okay, before we finish this interview, let me just say hello to my wife. Karen, I'm coming home now. I'll be home about 2 o'clock in the morning. Jean, can you open the cafe? Let me just say hello to Sinatra's. Let me say hello to Helsinki's, the Berlin bar.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to Paul in the studio.
Thanks very much to Barry McGuigan. First in McGuigan's career, out-talked. This time by this man, Chris Eubank. Winner on the night, and all systems go for the big fight with Steve Collins for the WBO World Super Middleweight Championship in late July. Hope very much you're enjoying this bill from the King's Hall in Belfast. One story of cuts after another tonight.